Grew up in Smithfield, North Carolina, and went to college in North Carolina. Ended up in the Alps in 1983 as part of a study abroad experience. My grandfather was a plant pathologist, had a farm in the Sandhills region of North Carolina, so certainly a strong family influence there. But it was really in the Alps where I saw these small, diversified farms, places that had been there for a long time. The aesthetics certainly really came true. So I ended up going back there to manage the farm at Brunenburg Castle, and it has an agricultural museum and a vineyard, and that was where the magic really happened. I moved back to help my grandparents on their farm their last year there. We heard about Green Mountain College's experiment here to transform itself into an environmental liberal arts college, and that's exactly what I was looking for, where I wasn't confined only to agriculture, but also had a place to practice that. It was the perfect place to end up, and we needed a place to live, and from that point the homesteading really started. I really came here to start a college garden and a college farm. And so we got that going in 1996, 1997, and really started to move forward with that. And, students want to see that you know how to put theory into practice. And so that's really what I came here to do, was to teach the theory, also be practicing it myself. One of the beauties of my life is that I've been able to combine what I teach and what I live, and one informs the other. It's this constant exchange between the two. One of the joys of my job is being able to take students out in the courses that I teach, courses ranging in the past from fundamentals of organic agriculture to another course, sustainable farming systems, a course this semester, animal husbandry, and being able to sort of take those not to the street but to the field, and meet with farmers, be able to go out, see their farms, ask questions, think collectively with the students about what it is that's going on there. And that always gives me a little bit of a heads up in what I'm doing at home, with our own homestead and small farm operation there. The interaction that I've got between the classes that I teach and the life that Erin and I live at home, I think it keeps a sense of reality there. Working with the students, I think they're always on the cutting edge of various ideas, and that's always pushing and challenging me in a lot of ways, in my own thinking. And really, the book is a reflection of that. It's really the students who started to push me on the whole notion of what homesteading is. And I really, I guess, had convinced myself over the years that homesteading was something that involved self-reliance, going back to the land, independence, a certain amount of isolation. And that's not where this generation's at, and that's exciting. And so finding this new path for homesteading really is a lot of what the book's about, and it's really a lot of what my teaching is about at this point, helping them find their own path, and at the same time, ultimately, that informs my own path as well. Certainly, I've been influenced over the years really heavily by a lot of the writings about homesteading and about sustainable agriculture, and those have always been part and parcel of who I am and the way that I've been thinking. With the homesteading literary tradition, there have been times I've been a little frustrated. It can get a little bit narcissistic sometimes. It can be all about me or us and everything we did and everything we did right. I hope this book is, as much as anything, about humility and the act of homesteading and the humility that's associated with that, because if nothing else, homesteading is it's an act in which you really are challenged all the time, and you find yourself confronted by yourself as much as anything else in a lot of cases.